Today is the last Monday of the school year. We have 3 more days with the students before summer vacation. And I'm actually much less emotional than I had expected to be. I must really be ready. But part of my detachment, I think, is coming from the pressure that we as teachers here are receiving from our administration to do rigorous academic teaching literally up until the very last day of school. Teachers came in this morning to a memo outlining the importance of this and how we should save any packing up, which we're not even supposed to have started doing, even though school ends on Wednesday, for after school. And I don't know, I really have a hard time with the environment here at our school and maybe at other schools of just constant pressure, a sense of urgency all of the time. When of course people burn out. Why wouldn't you burn out? Very few jobs offer you no downtime, and that's what ends up happening in a school. You have these prep periods that are usually swallowed up with meetings, sometimes that are completely unnecessary, or dealing with student issues and discipline issues, or filling in for duties because people are out of the building and you have to fill in for other people. So here you are with a job where you're working all day long. I mean, I was admonished a few weeks ago for taking 2 minutes to check an email, standing up. I can't even sit down in front of the computer in my classroom without a principal suddenly appearing and making remarks. And so eventually, what happens? Well, you can't have, how do you have a life outside of what you're doing for work? And if this job is that demanding, which I question even that, I don't know why we have to have a dire, desperate approach to education. But if it is that dire, then why am I making so little? It doesn't add up, and it just is no wonder why people burn out so fast. But I don't think it has to be that way. And part of the reason why I'm leaving is because I don't feel that I have the room to see to all of my life in this job right now. It takes a long time to learn to be a good teacher. It takes a long time to understand curriculum and kids and management and parents. And if we just felt less pressure in general, I feel like teachers would stick it out for longer and get better at it. Everything takes a lot of practice, but there's little room for any failures, large or small. Here at our school, there's little room. If you stumble with a subject area, or if you have a rough year, it's your problem. It's not about maybe a tough group of students or not getting the professional support you need elsewhere. It's something that you're doing wrong. So I don't know. I mean, I'm ready for a break. I'm just ready for a break of that kind of pressure, constant pressure. We treat the teachers punitively, and then what happens? Teachers treat students punitively. There's not a sense of trust that if somebody needs extra time with something or is out of your classroom for longer than you expected, that maybe they really needed to be out of your classroom. Our first response is, oh, they must be doing something wrong, which is exactly what happens to us as teachers from administration. If we're late or if we need to leave, a little bit early, it's, it's a big, big problem. And that's just, it wears you down, wears you down. Sorry, I had to, anyway. So I guess I just want to say one last thing on that, on the lack of trust that I sometimes experience as a teacher from my administration. I don't think there's enough emphasis in elementary school education on teaching students to be independent and responsible for their own learning. I think we get really caught up in controlling our students and giving them information with some preconceived idea of what they're supposed to do with it in our mind. And I wish if I return to teaching, that's something I really want to try to keep in the forefront of my mind, that would be a goal I would have for my students, is that they eventually gain a sense of personal responsibility for their own learning and the tools to research any of their interests, to follow an idea they might have on a topic, and feeling independently inclined to do that, teaching them how to do that. Too often I feel like we're teaching them how to be like us. And I mean, that's not to say that we shouldn't teach reading and writing and math and grammar and all that. But at the end of the day, it's where they go with all of those tools. It's not just parroting back. And you lose track of that. I don't feel that that's emphasized in public school education. I don't feel that we always have the luxury to emphasize that level of thinking. At our school, we call that being literate. Like, a truly literate person is somebody who can synthesize all of their learning tools and have opinions and ideas about the larger world around them. And so much more than just being able to read a book. So, I don't know, I mean, I guess it's good that those ideas are discussed in public school, but something happens, some of these obstacles come up, and we haven't yet gotten to a place where I feel like we're producing students who are, on the whole, able to do that. So.